What's up, collective? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into another reading. Hope you're having a great day. This is a general reading for every sign. A lot of different messages are going to come out during this reading in the beginning, middle, or end. Your message could be at either part of this reading. The message may change for you and then it may come back because it is for the general collective. So different messages are going to come out. This is not a personal reading for anybody. Please do not take anything personal on this channel. Only take what resonates and what's confirmation for you, what feels positive for you. If it doesn't apply, don't apply it. Let's get into this reading. Somebody is trying to possess the collective. Okay, they're confused. They could be trying to confuse somebody. This could have something to do with a criminal family member. Something could be going on the carpet. Okay, I haven't given up on us in reverse. Somebody has given up on this criminal family member or someone else. Okay, this clone is in reverse. Could have something to do with the carpet. Okay, a new business is significant. Something is not happening after work. Somebody is trying to maybe form a new business or something. And someone is trying to possess someone, because one thing that these spirits do, they don't want to move on. They don't want to serve judgment. So their other option is to continue to try to use covens to bind them to people who want nothing to do with them. It's like this spirit wants someone's life and they keep stalking. Okay. And there's somebody stupid enough to keep participating in it, and they end up taking the fall for a dead spirit that's not even here. Because all that dead spirit is going to do is just move on and find somebody else to try to use, because these spirits they're gone. So a lot of them, there's no coming back for them. They're just on a mission from hell. They're on a mission from hell. And they use their name or whatever people know about them or what people like about them. They use that to keep becoming invoked and used by these people. Now, there's someone that is could be drinking and driving. Maybe, okay, they're cheap. Something could have happened to this person. An undercover cop could be in reverse. They were watching someone when they left their house. Could be significant. Only take what resonates, okay? Again, we have Scorpio Sag in reverse. That is stalking. This could be a family member of yours, or they could be stalking your family. This is an aggressive energy. This is demonic energy in reverse. This person is not a leader. They're not doing anything good with their time here. They're aggressive and what's another word for this? Impulsive, destructive, self-destructive, and really burnt out and stressed. Okay, they could be losing their home or someone else's home. Okay, somebody is stalking their new business. They're too curious about it. They're mean. They could be talking about it, gossiping. Okay, they could be trying to confuse an investigator or someone that is looking within, either themselves or someone else, about a carpet. They could be trying to confuse that person. Someone is guilty and they're stalking. Okay, they could have harmed a child here, or a very happy person. Someone is looking into it. We have the Hermit, we have Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Leo, Air. Anybody could be these signs. Okay, this could be happening to you, or these people could be doing this to you. But there's a lot of energy that is upright and on the side of justice and on the right side. And somebody could be trying to figure out what happened to a child or a very happy person, or a fire sign, or an air sign, or a Scorpio, or a Virgo. Okay, because somebody is trying to possess you. And what that means is they want to dominate you. They want to control you, because you could be doing something that they don't like and they're scared. They're scared of whatever it is that you're doing, and it intimidates them. Okay, they want you indecisive. They want to control somebody's decisions, and this is what makes them feel safe. Okay, they could be trying to do this to a more high honor energy, High Priestess, King of Swords, Hermit energy. Okay, this someone could have Libra placements that's doing this. Who else is trying to possess the collective? Maybe a Libra, or again a Scorpio, Sag, Aries in reverse. A Leo in reverse could be doing this. An air sign in reverse could be trying to do this. Okay, a Cancer in reverse. Somebody you have no communication with. Someone you don't speak to. Someone you have no love interest in. You don't have any relationship with this person. They want to, it's probably someone watching, okay? And they want to blind you here. Basically, they want to cover your eyes to whatever you're seeing. With the Hermit energy and the High Priestess energy, somebody sees a lot. Somebody's looking straight ahead. They're not distracted by anything, and that's a problem. Okay, they want to attach the demon, the devil, the bondage. They might want somebody to get arrested for them. These are just cowards that have no life here. Why is this energy stalking a new business? Okay, someone is healed and they're able to get charity and happiness again. They're recovering. That's why somebody wants it. But they're guilty and unaware. Okay, so we have Cancer, Libra, air is guilty, is being punished. Again, you could be a Libra in the upright. This is not you. This is a Libra in reverse that is being punished. Cancer, Libra maybe, or an air sign, Cancer, that is being punished. They could also be a Scorpio, Sag, or a Leo that's being punished for what they did to someone's business. Okay, someone wanted to bring the collective something here. You have Taurus, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer. Wanting to bring something here. Confirmation. And somebody is stalking that. This is something that's fated to happen for the collective. And there's this aggressive Aries energy that keeps coming back out. They could be losing their community or their home with the Four Wands in reverse. They're stalking people. They're using covens. They're hiding. This is an aggressive coward. This could be someone who's not a father or not a good father. They're involved with this Leo, Virgo in reverse, who is very corrupt and whose wealth is fleeting from them because they're not doing anything good. They could be falling out of the public eye, struggling with popularity. They're stuck in their ego, and they won't gain consciousness. They're overcommitted, overwhelmed. This person could be sick in a hospital, crying out for help, in some kind of trapped place. Okay, they're overwhelmed. They cannot communicate. They're paranoid. They're scared, and they're watching. Even though this person is hurt and they're about to be in the Ten of Wands, which means they're completed and finished, they're still trying. They're scared, but they keep doing stupidness. Because the group, this unorthodox group, needs to recover, but they can't like this. Okay, because ancestors are watching them and getting in reverse with them. They're very greedy. They're angry. They don't have a material possession that they want, or they want somebody else's material possession. And again, their wealth is fleeting from them with the Ten of Pentacles. But again, they won't stop returning with the baggage. Okay, somebody's emotional, and because they cannot sacrifice someone or they cannot make someone release something that's theirs, this person needs enlightenment. They need to make some sort of sacrifice within themselves instead of returning and depending on this energy that has security, that's recovering, that's meeting up with someone who they feel like meeting up with. It's none of anybody's business. And they're struggling here. They can't take anymore. Okay, this Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo in reverse is struggling. So we have Queen of Pentacles energy. You could work at home and have money saved up. They want to try to take this from someone. They want to... it's almost like this person wants you to take a risk and then fail. Like they're waiting for you to take a risk and then they want to come along and do some stupidness to mess it up. Give me something for after work. Why is after work here? Somebody's doing something after work with the clothes off here. Okay, they're meeting up with somebody who does work and they're taking their clothes off for them and they're not getting any opportunity for it. Someone's an earth sign, a Virgo, or an Aquarius. Someone's slutting it hard. Basically with the world card in reverse, and they're having a tower. They're going to go to jail, court, some type of illegal business is going on here with sex, and they're going to be judged and looked at. Okay, somebody's going to be asking this person questions. There could be some kind of oath going on as well. They could be working together to do something bad. Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries could be significant earth. Yeah, they're having loss. They're working with other people, or they're stalking someone. They're stalking someone with Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries placements to try to force them to work with them because they don't have anything coming for them. So they have to, a white horse could be significant. They have to like bind to people and try to work with people. But, you know, you could be looking at this person like they're crazy. Like, why would I work with you? Why would I work with you? Okay? There's some kind of nastiness going on. Why is somebody confused about a carpet? Why is someone confused about a carpet? They sacrifice someone, and it has something to do with a carpet. Okay? Someone is harassing this Cancer energy. Somebody with Cancer placements, a Leo, an Aries, a Taurus, Pisces, a criminal family member, could be, doesn't have to be, just a criminal. Okay, somebody's committing crimes here, and they're confused about what's going on with this carpet at someone's home, or the carpet is not at the home anymore, or something like this. Some kind of broken communication about this carpet, and they're scared. They're losing their balance here. They're stalking, something to do with a carpet and a child. Okay? That's what they're doing. Why are they doing this? What do they have to do with this? Justice in reverse, they're guilty about something. They did something. They're having nightmares, guilt. They're being haunted. And they're doing all of this just because they're possessed and they're obsessed with energy that wants nothing to do with them. This group is constantly being rejected. People are telling them no. People are saying go away. People are saying leave us alone, leave me alone. Why do you keep contacting? Why are you stalking? What do you want? This is the type of reaction that they're getting from people. That's why they're in the Nine of Swords, because they can't stop trying to sacrifice. They're obsessed with sacrifice. This is a sacrificial faith that is destroying this group. Somebody has given up on something, but they won't go away. They know it's over. They're obsessed with Capricorn energy. Somebody could be getting sacrificed with the Hangman, but they're having enlightenment. It's like they're intending for something bad to happen, but this person is actually gaining knowledge. It's making them smarter. They're actually saving and have more security, and they're ready to go. Okay, somebody's ready to go somewhere. But there's somebody plotting here, Taurus, Gemini plotting, possibly with a child in reverse. They could be using this child in the spirit. A mummy could be significant. Any of these things could be going on. I'm not sure. Someone is working as well. Okay, they're working and they're looking into something. Maybe this Aquarius that cannot heal, that people are moving away from, or they need to, because a tower is going to happen to this person and whoever's around them because of the plotting and the abuse of power. There's abuse going on, maybe some kind of violence with the King of Swords in reverse. And again, this loser here, okay, that's under mind control. There's nothing but puppets here, all being controlled by this Scorpio Sag in reverse. Again, this is a downward slope, a slow down death, an ending, no progression, not going anywhere, scared to leave, scared to move because they won't remove themselves. So they're confused, okay? And it could involve a young person or a happy person with a new beginning near a home. Okay, Taurus in reverse, this karma is hitting and slapping. Okay, somebody won't ring the doorbell or doesn't have a doorbell, or a doorbell doesn't work or something. You caught them lying about a doorbell. 333 in reverse. You're the only one I trust. You don't trust this person? No. Could be significant. You could be arguing with someone at home, or this happened. Us in reverse is here. AR could be significant. RA. Karma hit somebody about a Leo in the upright and an Aquarius in the upright. They did something to this energy. Clarify why doorbells in reverse. If you caught them lying about something. Okay, a child. This is positive energy. It's like someone is trying to get out of this energy and they're getting backfire. This Aquarius could be trying to escape something because of what they did to this Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn in the upright. They could have did something to their doorbell or something to their door, and they're lying about it. They're lying about something. They're stalking this energy. They're obsessed. And now they're trying to get away without getting seen, but this backfire and this panic is coming at them. Karma, right over karma hitting. No. Somebody told this person no. Okay, it's no us. Stop stalking. Stop coming around here. Leave me alone, somebody is saying. They're bothering Taurus energy, okay, for opportunity. So earth energies and Cancer energy, that's free. They're harassing this energy. That's where they want to go, but they keep getting hit with the wands back, okay? God is sending the fire down on this person wherever they go because they keep chasing. They won't go and deal with their life. They won't go and deal with the baggage in this canoe. They just want to keep carrying it around and bothering people. Go and deal with this here. Swords is pain, agony, stress, but it can also hurt people. They have too many. They have too much ambition to harm, and they're getting hurt. They're doing something sneakily. They're sneaking around and doing something in the dark, and they're having fear and anxiety now because it's backfiring. They're trying to cause fear and anxiety for somebody else, and it's coming back to them like it always will. Because somebody is deep here. They go within. They have, what is the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word. Wisdom, okay? They have wisdom and knowledge, the high priestess, and that's what they keep stalking. They could be trying to steal something that you know. They could be stalking things and doing witchcraft, making evil decisions. Again, air, Pisces, fire, making bad decisions. Their fate is in reverse, out of control. And somebody could have a loss here with the death card. Something could lose control and there could be a loss. Because something is not in this person's fate. But they keep doing something that is attracting lower energy and ending. Maybe premature death, suffering, harm to themselves. That's what this person is doing because somebody won't talk to them. And this energy won't talk to them because they're in the upright and they're all looking within or forward, and they're not interested in a distraction or the loss. This energy attracts death, and what they try to do is come around good people and try to make it go towards the good people. Some good people could have been lost because they were hanging around this lower energy, and this lower energy is scheming behind their back, saying, I'm not going to die, you are. You're going to die for me. That's what this energy is saying. That's why you don't associate with them. Confirmation with a 7 of Swords. This person is betraying this energy, and this energy is throwing them in the trash. Goodbye. This person cannot create anything without stealing, harming, scheming, lying. They have no work. They have no ambition. And they could be stalking Virgo, Fire, Aquarius for their opportunities. Okay, they want to be, somebody just can't stop with the sex. Okay, they have a problem with that. Okay, and it's not taking them anywhere because we have clarity. We have clarity, we have truth from God. Okay, some kind of new conflict is happening in a collective life, possibly for some people, because you have clarity. When you learn, people start coming for you, and now they're sorry. Now they're sorry because they see the collective is serious. They see that the collective is righteous and on the right track here. And their wisdom is real. You didn't steal this. Whatever you have, you're not stealing it. You're not taking it from anybody like they are. And now they realize, damn, this bitch is real. This is a real person. I'm messing with somebody who is not playing around. They're silly and immature. And they thought that you were playing around with them. The sword is serious. Somebody's catching it. And they're going to be punished over and over again. They're going to be punished for something they did when they met up with a child or somebody else. What happened in this meeting? They're holding up this tower here. Something needs to be destroyed. Okay, they went to somebody's house. Okay. They went to a community. What happened? Someone was a water sign in reverse. This could be spiritual contact or physical contact. Okay, hangman flying out because they're hiding. Okay, somebody is out in the cold here. They could have lost their home and they're going to somebody who has a home, but they also sacrificed this person. Give me more. They could have been sacrificing this person. This person could be enlightened from this experience, or they're not learning anything. But either way, some type of sacrifice is going on because this person is done for. They're homeless, out in the cold, having spiritual poverty, having lack, broke, desolate. Somebody's put to rest, okay? Or under arrest. Somebody's going to be under arrest for something that happened to a man, possibly. Give me more on this Four Swords and Hangman. Okay, somebody was close to God here. A Taurus in the upright. Okay, a Pisces kept coming back to return with this dead spirit who's burnt out, who's hanging on to them. This Pisces fire, Virgo, could have did something to a Taurus, Pisces, Libra at their home. This person was fighting with demons. Somebody was trying to communicate with God and saying, God, help me with these demons. Okay, this is somebody who works, Leo, Taurus, they work hard. Okay, this person is burying something in their life and trying to focus on gain. And there's this, they're using also this Capricorn in reverse to bother this person that doesn't want to work with them anymore. Somebody's saying, I want to work by myself, or I'm ready to move forward, and they're sticking me in my foot because they're psychopaths. So that's confirmation. This could be a young person. This could be somebody who's healing, a Cancer, Gemini, Scorpio, Earth sign, anybody. Okay, they want to turn you into a robata. Okay, they want to turn someone into a robata. Okay, this Virgo Libra is obsessed with controlling people. If they cannot control this person and their desires to want to do good, because that's normal, they want to make this person a robata. So they could have sent somebody over there to do spell work on them or harm them and replace them, or some other crazy garbage that they do here. Confirmation, this person needs to have a painful ending, or this person could have, okay, maybe a car accident. Somebody could have went to someone's house and did a curse on their car, or something that is moving. This could be someone of authority in reverse as well. Okay, maybe a security guard could be significant. This is coming out sometimes. Somebody could work in a jail with the Ten of Swords right here. They could work in a jail. But again, whatever ending happened is opening the door for the collective to have happiness with the World card and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This Aquarius thinks that they're destroying somebody with this Cancer or this Gemini. They think they're destroying someone, but they're not. All they're doing is opening up doors for the collective. The collective is getting closer to God, okay? And they just get crazier. They just get more lower vibrational, okay? And we just have more plans and more good things to come for us. The worse they get, the better our life is. Confirmation, ancestors are making sure that we are happy and will have happiness. And they don't want that because they're weak. They're not getting what these spirits promise them. There's still a Six of Wands in reverse. They're scared. They don't have any passion that's genuine. They can't fight the devil. They're weak because of what they did for this Pisces, Aries in reverse, and these other signs is Virgo, Libra in reverse. They're doing things for this group, and it's having backfire. And the group just says, well, go after God's people. That's what we do. They don't have any other solution. They're useless. They keep getting rejected. Somebody could have came to your house or something, or somebody saying that they didn't ring a doorbell and they did. Okay, like there's somebody who's lying here. The story doesn't add up. The story is not adding up. UFO could be significant. CO, cuff is here. Cuss, cov, coven, cousin, bus, ice could be significant. Ices, water pops, flavor pops. Something could be significant. You bust. A bus could be significant. Incest. The letter N could be meant. Let me get one more letter. Above us. Sun is here. Done. Somebody's done with some other sun. Or Leo. A Leo could be done with someone. Or needs to be. Some kind of incest is going on. It's not appropriate. A woman could be involved. 7 is here. Bouse. Let's see. Boxes. A nuisance. FBI is here. CEO is here. Ducks. Deuces. Nudes. Nudity. Again, this Boscovs keeps coming out. This could be significant. Somebody could work here. Bucks. Bundy. COVID is here. Somebody sucks. Something here. Something sucks for someone. Somebody's voices. Voices could be significant. Somebody could be hearing voices, or again, this could be some form of possession and spirits trying to dominate someone. They won't leave. And it has a lot to do with the help of people around. This spirit on its own can't really do too much. You know, if you disregard this, it can, okay? But it always contacts lower vibrational idiots that are obsessed and have spirits on them already. And this is the individual that needs to serve justice. A cousin is significant. Somebody could be in a box and, okay, maybe they're not clothed. Fun box, voice box. Again, these are sick robatas who are they're not who they were. They're gone. Something happened to them, unfortunately, and they're trying to continue something that is not here anymore. And they realize that there's something false about them. There's something false about this energy. And now they have to go out and find real people with real voices or real something here and try to take it so that they can feel like something is what it was or what it used to be. It's not real. Okay, they just want to bind to people. Okay, they're dependent and they want to force people to engage with spirits, to offer the spirits, to offer themselves, offer their voice, offer something, that be nude with them or some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like they're perverts. They're possessed themselves. And when you take on these spirits, you're taking on every spirit that's on that person as well. You're that's why they're overwhelmed and they got personality disorders and laugh and all of that. There's something wrong with them because they can't control these spirits anymore. And what they do in order to feel like they're not going to completely lose it, they over focus on people who are not possessed. But then the spirits want to dominate that person. So now we have another problem because they're not able to dominate that person. They just want to keep dominating and controlling. This is all this is a large problem in this realm is possession, unknown possession or attachments. Attachments is bad too. But if you don't handle those attachments, it becomes possession. It turns into that for someone. Okay? Something is over. Somebody wants someone to send sexy nudes or fun. Someone is trying to force somebody to do this. Or they did this. And somebody did something to their voice, maybe with these pictures. Again, they use pictures to do witchcraft. This is a given. Everybody should know this by now. You don't send your pictures to nobody, especially nowadays. It's nothing but, it's like this is changed. This world is very different from what it was 10 years ago. It's very different. These people they actually online masking up and catfishing people just for their picture so that they could just put it on their altar and start cursing them. So that's why you tell your kids, don't let your kids send out, because they're sick. Even putting a picture of your baby online could be very risky. There's a Capricorn in reverse that won't stop trying and bothering someone. You're not concerned about this person and they keep trying to sacrifice people. They're sick. They need a voice box. They want nudes. They want sex. They want something here. The boy could be significant. Bonnie and Clyde could be significant. A box set could be significant. Again, no one cares. Mature woman is in reverse because no one cares. They're stalking for nothing. Nobody cares. In order to be sacrificed, you have to care somewhat. You have to be somewhat willing to lay yourself down for this garbage. And nobody's willing to do this crap anymore. It's over. No is here. or they want somebody to have no voice or no sex or no something, that just no video. But it's like somebody just keep trying to control. That's all I've been picking up these past 2 days, is a psychopath that wants to control people because their life is very unhappy. They're very unhappy. Give me more about this psychopath. Cobb is here. Cobb, Cobby, Connie. Dunn. Could be a name. Booty. Body. Someone's not in poverty or dead. And this mature woman is. They could be stalking Cancer. 1010 is here. They could be stalking Cancer. Libra. Libra, Capricorn, or a Cancer, because I said it. A Leo, a Gemini. They could be stalking any of this. A Gemini. They could be stalking that. 2 Gemini placements. 3 Gemini placements. Somebody is obsessed with Gemini. Okay. Maybe a Capricorn, Libra. They're expecting something. You could be expecting something. Or they could be too. But again, this is not good sex here. Something could have happened to this person because they were doing something with the sex that wasn't good. Society could be significant. No society or something like that. Dub is here. Dubbin. Cubby box. In a school. Could be significant. Foxes. South Carolina. Boxes, boxers. Box. Soy boy. This group is going to prison. Okay. Scorpio could be significant. Aquarius could be significant. Gemini. Multiple Geminis in your life could be going to jail or did. Or somebody with these major placements. Or again, this couple is in reverse here. They were sacrificed, it looks like. Okay, and they're going to be serving justice. And the collective can be expecting, okay, maybe a courtship. Okay, maybe a relationship is to come. We have Aries here. Okay, somebody's family is in reverse. All right, because of this main male here. Again, we have Capricorn or Pisces. This main male could have had a lot to do with somebody's family being in reverse, and they're gonna serve time for it. Because God made a way for this cult to go to jail. Sag, Pisces, Leo could be significant. Vixen is here. Video vixen. Again, not relevant. Irrelevant. These groups, they had their time. Okay, they had their time. Some of these individuals had their time. Their time is finished. What they try to do is they watch and they stalk people whose time is beginning, and they try to get in front of it or control that person and try to live this same time again. So for example, if somebody did this in the past, something here, and they're frustrated because this is all they want to do, because that's how they died. That's how the spirit died. Prematurely. And they said, I still want to do this. They can't, and the afterlife is not likely they're going to change. It's just not likely. It's a miracle. You have to walk closely with God for something like that to happen. More than likely, this person prematurely left here by whatever means, and they still want to do the same thing. It could be 20, 30 years. This spirit wants to do the same thing. And they keep trying to find people to coerce, possess, and dominate to do that. So they could be trying, like, let's say you want to be a doctor or something, or you want to be a teacher. You want to do what you want to do with your life, right? Because that's what we came here to do. This spirit's saying, no, I want you to be this. I want you to do this. I want you to sound like this. I want you to be like this. The spirit is possessed. They're crazy, and it's gotten so bad that they're stalking families and following families, and then trying to set them up around people who they control to keep trying the same shit because they're stuck. The afterlife, a lot of them are stuck in the same loop. And that's why when you become possessed, you are stuck in this loop because you are hosting spirits that are stuck. And then you're seeking people for this spirit. Your life is, you might as well just say you don't have life because you're working for somebody else now who is stuck and never getting the collective. They're going to jail for this group, for these spirits. Imagine living your life and going to prison because of a spirit. It's insane. That's why we tell them to stop, but they won't stop. Oh, well, they want to be a slave for the devil. They could be losing their marriage, their spouse. They're in reverse. Nothing is changing for them. Okay. For once, I see somebody not having a good verdict in jail. I'm sorry, in court. Maybe Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius is not going to have good results in court. It's not going to go well. They're going to be in despair. Taurus could be significant. Anybody could be these signs. There's an official person, Aries. Okay, that's looking into this high honor person in reverse. Okay, it's a case going on. Somebody could be going to court for that too, and it's not going to work in their favor because they're guilty. They stopped somebody's journey. Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra. Okay, this person wasn't a thief. They could have said somebody stole something from them. They could have lied. They could have unalived this person and lied on them. These people are still fucking crazy. They do anything to stay out of jail. They'll say the victim is bad and get caught. They're getting caught. This privileged lady lost their privilege. Pisces, Sag could be significant. Again, something happened to someone's child or children. Okay, this child did not get some kind of unexpected income or a job they were supposed to get. This could be a child, could be any age. This child could still be alive. Okay, but there's someone stealing from them. And this is not unlikely. This is more than likely a family member. And they want to steal somebody's thoughts about someone. This person is very jealous. They want to take somebody's messages that's to come for them about someone who wants to talk to them. Cancer could be significant. Okay, some kind of sudden wealth didn't come for them because they need to go here and serve justice. Or somebody needs to go to court to get their money. The collective is in reverse. They're angry. They're upset with this energy. Whoever this is, you know that they did something because you're upset. Okay, if that's you. Again, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer is significant. Leo. Someone's not false and they didn't get their money or their home. Now, it's like, I also see this group stalking people's homes. It's like they want us to be homeless. I'm telling you, this group never wants the collective to have a home. I'm sorry. This is what they want. The collective is going to have whatever they want in life, but this group doesn't want us to have homes. They're constantly working on taking our shelter in our home from us, and our money, our good health. Any message of concern we're supposed to know about or get, they want to take it. Everything, packages, everything. Okay, and they want to do this all from a distance away. All from a distance away. That's why their wealth is in reverse. Because they're doing stuff, but you know. Yeah, you know, whoever this is. Sed is here. Pseudo. Socks. Bunny. All right, let's get a different deck here. Let's go. Cabin could be significant. Bonafide, the word bonafide could be significant. Bony, bones. Cone. Sober. Sobbing. Somebody could be crying. Someone is done with them. This violent man or woman that's crushing hard could be crying because you're done with them, but they won't change someone here. This could be someone from your past or present or future. They're trying to cover something up. Okay, they don't want you to have a baby in reverse. They don't. Somebody keeps lying about this because they want to offer them up. They want an energy harvest off of somebody's child. They want you in the rabbit hole. They want you figuring something out for the rest of your life. Something doesn't smell good about something or someone. Family tried to unalive someone in energy harvest, maybe in the afterlife. Somebody could be stalking somebody's pictures. Somebody could have tried to unalive someone with pictures. They're crazy enough, okay? Sunny, Vaughn, Vice. A boat or a yacht could be significant. FaceTime me now. Somebody is spying at a yacht. They covering up some kind of spying at the grocery store or on a yacht. A man and feed me in reverse. And you won't feed somebody when you go to the grocery store. Like there's somebody who wants you to take care of them. And I'm telling you, for a lot of us, it's a stranger. For a lot of us, sometimes it's somebody we know and a stranger, or it's somebody that knows you and you don't know them. These covens are secretive until they're not a secret anymore. And a lot of us have been followed by the same person until we started having seeing this person, we didn't see them. When we saw them, just know that they were following you way before you saw them, way before you noticed them, way before you discovered that they were following you. Just know that they were doing it before that. You just didn't see it. And then something happened. You started seeing this. Okay, that's what these are here. They're here to just follow and stalk and follow wherever you go. They're trying to cover up some kind of spying that they were doing. Okay, you won't feed this person. Again, these are spirits that want you to offer up to them with food. Demons like to eat, and you are not to eat with demons. And what they're trying to do is control. I've experienced this control at the supermarket. If there's a psychopath coven member that can't eat eggs or some garbage because they're possessed with spirits that have allergies and they're sick, they try to make you stop eating eggs. Because binding to you is difficult that way. Because it's like when you bind to someone, you could be, and you eat something, you could pick up whatever is going on with that person binding to you. And a lot of these things, they bind to us, and we don't know until we know. We don't know until we find out. But like I said, when you find out, know that they were doing it already. They were doing it before. They used family members. We all have family members that are in covens, and we didn't know until we knew. But before we knew, they were doing it. We just didn't know. So that's what's going on here. Somebody won't offer up to these spirits their food. They won't make an altar for these dead spirits. They're trying to force you to worship them and feed them and depend on them. No, God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. Have a good day. Okay, something's going on in a few days. Okay, something on a car seat. Somebody trying to cover up something that happened on a car seat. The spy, something happened to the spy on a car seat. They're going to get karma in a few days for something they did at a grocery store, in a car, on a car seat, with a violent man or woman. A spy could be significant. Someone who doesn't want you to have children. Okay, a veteran could be significant. Or a vet. Vet could be significant. Grubhub in reverse. Somebody doesn't work here, or something happened to someone who works at a delivery. Okay, they could have been a vet and maybe they delivered stuff as well. Something could have happened to this person. It's coming out in a few days. Ball game is here. I have no way to reach you for a ball game. This could be significant. Kinky hair. Okay, they can't follow someone with their location history. Okay, someone wants to get married. A Cancer in reverse. Can't stand to see you succeed, though. This is the psychopath that wants to sacrifice the collective. QRSTUV could be significant. Okay, arrested outside of home. Somebody's going to be. Or they did, or they were. You're safe, though. Okay? It's like someone keeps trying to... There's someone in the environment of the collective that keeps doing stuff. And it's catching up to them. They're trying to affect our safety. This person is going to be arrested or is arrested already in the name of Jesus. Again, QRSTUV, anybody's first, middle, or last name. Somebody's a double agent. Okay. Taurus in reverse. Okay, they're trying to cover up some kind of choking that happened. Or maybe strangling of some sort. Or somebody choking on something. Maybe they did something to their food because they only wanted one man or woman. Somebody could be doing this, and somebody's not fighting a losing battle, so they want this person to choke on something with the food or something, or somebody won't let somebody feed them. This could be significant. They won't let someone feed them because they okay, so there could be someone taking care of someone, and like when this person is feeding them, the person is cursing them to choke at the same time as well. So something like that could be going on because they want this person's destiny. People are wicked. They're wicked and they're evil. Somebody could work with older people, or they could be a caretaker. This could have been happening. Karmic trying to set you up. Okay, confirmation. They're trying to set this person up. They said, don't feed me. I don't want you to feed me, because they notice when somebody is feeding them or taking care of them, something bad is going on. They don't like it. This could be a nurse or a caretaker. Okay, they want somebody in a rabbit hole, lost. They tried confirmation. They tried to unalive this person. Somebody was scared to even go outside. Okay, they were turned off by somebody. They needed help. Somebody said, help me, please. This could be someone was taking care of. Okay, black card, dark windows in reverse, karma. That's right. They try to take your money that your grandparents left you. This could be a grandparent or a young person, somebody who's in the care of someone else. They said, don't feed me anymore. Somebody's a singer. Okay, somebody want to have sex dreams with this singer or vice versa. Okay, to give them dry skin. That's why I said you don't mess with these things, because they could pass on disease and infirmities to the body. Farmhouse. Okay, something's going on with the animals. Okay, somebody could have caught something at the farmhouse messing around with animals, and now they want to have sex and pass it to your ass. Trying to control your actions too. Okay, keeping a close eye. All these psychopaths that are guilty, and they look for people with weak boundaries because they have weak boundaries. Artists in reverse. Okay, they were possessing somebody's loved ones. Their OnlyFans wasn't working. They were criminal. They could have been messing with criminal family members. Las Vegas could be significant. CPR in reverse on a dog maybe, or a CPR didn't work on someone. Okay, I can call you, but I'm not. Somebody doesn't want to be bothered. Maybe because of rumors. Someone doesn't have a criminal record. Somebody could be saying they do. So much they want to tell you, this person. Somebody was plotting to do harm with other people, maybe to this person or the collective. Okay, at home. Okay, or at a doctor visit. Okay. Somebody said, leave me alone. Again, stop bothering me. An athlete is in reverse now because they did something at the doctor visit or at home. Somebody is confused, okay? They confuse this person, maybe did some spells or something. I want you by my side, okay? Delivery. Maybe somebody was having a baby. Again, Grubhub came out. A delivery person could be in reverse. Something is going on here. Somebody could have maybe had to call 911 over a delivery. Something could have been delivered and again, it was not good. Somebody is doing some kind of spell work, okay? And a spiritual contamination maybe, which you cannot see, but you feel it. It feels very real, okay? Somebody needed a mental vacation. They couldn't take one. Somebody can't get someone's fingerprints and they're not going to. A sibling is watching someone online. Wedding in reverse. Okay, they're trying to reverse a wedding. The sibling is a hater. Okay, they can't watch someone when they leave their house, so they stalking them online. They could be afraid you're gonna call the police on them or something like that because the collective don't play around. Something is not happening Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Maybe it happens during the week. Okay, with a Cancer in reverse. That you're not sleeping with telepathically, you're not having any kind of sex with them. This karmic wants you back with your ex, okay, your karmic ex, because they had control over this person. And they want control over you. So they keep trying to force the collective to be with somebody who they're not with. Cuddle is here, cuddle, hoodies. Facebook could be significant. Docs, documents, doc. Someone is possessing your loved ones. This artist is in reverse. Maybe due to weak boundaries and not taking a mental vacation. They weren't getting karma though, so this was a good person. They weren't getting bad karma. Pull a couple cards on this. 57 or 75 could be significant. Yvonne could be significant. A child and their teddy bear or blanket could be significant. Something could be going on with spirits on it. Like if this child is very attached to this bear, there could be something going. It doesn't mean something definitely is going on, but it could be something, some kind of talisman. They could be using it to watch this child wherever they go. Okay, if the child just can't separate from something, or a pet, they just can't. They can't let it go because it could be a spirit binding to the child or the pet through the bear, okay, or through some sort of object. Okay, this could be significant for somebody. This is possession of loved ones. Somebody is so obsessed with the family, with sacrificing the family, that they can't let go. Ion could be significant. Noises, noisy neighbor. Aries and Taurus is trying to, in reverse, could be trying to possess loved ones here. Who else is doing this? This person who doesn't have their job, there's something's going on with their job, they're not working, they're not progressing anywhere, they can't travel somewhere. They're struggling because of what they're doing. They have no business possessing people's family. A Capricorn in reverse is doing this. A fire sign, a Cancer, Leo in reverse is doing this. Okay, trying to possess the loved ones here. In the spirit or in the flesh. A Cancer could be doing this. They want to reverse an artist here, this Cancer. Okay, they want to do this to an Aquarius or one of these signs. You could be a Cancer, Leo, or a Capricorn, Taurus, Aries that somebody is doing this to. suck the box, okay? Somebody is obsessed with spiritually trying to grape. That's what I see here. Somebody trying to spiritually grape someone in their imagination and keep forcing this contact. They could be using water, objects in the house, TVs, anything that has electricity, the refrigerator, a countertop, binding, witchcraft. They could be using these things to try to have sex spiritually. The bed sheets, the window, under the bed, in the closet, clothing, seats that you sit on. Give me something here. An Aquarius could or did have weak boundaries because something was happening to them. In the dark, they could not take a mental vacation, and it's because this group was being aggressive and angry, okay, towards their family. Their judgments in reverse. They're worshiping fallen angels, and they could be telling the kids to do it too. Okay, this Virgo, Libra, and this air fire have a lot to do with this, and so does this Cancer. Male or female, they were doing something 8 days a week to this family and their children, and somebody could not just take a break. And that inability to take a break could have been weakening their boundaries. They had some kind of loss and grief happened, okay, and then something good happened. So this group suffered, and something good happened for this person. Okay, this Capricorn in reverse and this water sign in reverse have a lot to do with it because they're being dominated by this Pisces, Aries, by a Scorpio in reverse, by another Capricorn in reverse that you don't want anything to do with. It's like they're using your family to separate and divide you. And then they're trying to use that family that they've dominated to come towards you and dominate you now. Because it's all about controlling every single person in a family. They want everything, and that's why they're in a 10 of swords, okay, and having loss. Somebody's going to their love here, and they could be doing something, they could be having some fear and anxiety about it. Again, because of what somebody is doing, maybe a mother that maybe needed some help. Somebody's mother was crying out for help, but maybe this family was being dominated by these spirits. Okay, ancestors got in reverse with this person for doing something to the collective. Okay, in your plans, in your love, in your power, and any type of action you want to take, ancestors stepped in and interfered with this group, and now they, again, 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. This group is terrible. They're down the drain, but they can't change. Okay, they can't make their own decisions. They can't change. They're blind. They're in a deadlock. They could be doing something with water spirits and illusions. They need to go to court. Subpoena could be here. Maybe. Kind of looks like it. Okay, and it has a lot to do with whatever they're doing sexually. They don't want something to end here. With the World card in reverse and the 10 of Wands, they're doing something with these dead spirits because they don't want something to end. But somebody's already released the devil, and it's time for this to be arrested or under arrest or arresting. They don't want something to end with the World card in reverse. They're not happy. They're constantly in the spirit, seducing and stealing and doing rituals on people with dead spirits, using the image of a dead person in the spirit to control and manipulate other people spiritually. That's what they're doing. They're weak. Fire, air in reverse is dominating this culture. Okay, this is why they stalk meetups. Because what they want to do is replace these two people. They want to say, no, that's me. That's me and this dead spirit. That's me and my mom. That's me and my boyfriend. They want to dominate this. No, I'm meeting up with somebody. They're really not meeting up with nobody, because nobody wants to do anything with this nasty, weak ass energy. But they want to take from us. when we have something coming. They want to just keep taking every day. That's why they don't have no work. Okay, that's why they're struggling and having loss, because they're thieves. Some of them have had success with stealing relationships and money and family members. They go after our family. Some of these people act like they are part of our family. Some of these people, they try to bind to us so we look and sound like them. And they could say, oh, that's my family. They're so delusional. Something is wrong with these energies. They're sick. When they passed away, they were not well. And it's like they get worse in the afterlife or something. And then when people host these spirits, they are taking on these personalities. So it's like you're living next to psychopaths because they're possessed by psychopaths. And then they don't want to let it go. They're scared. But what they try to do is bind to you so they could be familiar with you. They want to be a familiar spirit. Like some of these spirits, they could talk to you. They could talk to you spiritually and tell you things from your past because they're possessed by spirits that have been stalking people's bloodlines for years. So they could, it's like, I'll tell you, if you let me possess you, I'll tell you everything about this person. I'll give you these satanic powers. Oh, da, da, ba, ba, ba. But it's nothing but demons that have an interest in sacrificing people. It's one thing to know something, but then it's another thing to agree to stalk and try to possess someone for a dead spirit. This is completely different. That's what they're agreeing to. And this spirit wants to kill, steal, and destroy. A lot of times they don't quite understand that because these spirits are masking up as good spirits. They're masking up, but there's no good spirit that wants to kill, steal, and destroy. Again, it's just to trick the person into allowing them into their body through food. So the feed me in reverse could be someone who's saying, you know what, I think you're trying to contaminate me with spirits. I don't want you to feed me anymore. This could be a child or an adult. And this person is purposely doing the favor for another spirit to hurt another person that doesn't want to be possessed. But because they're in the care of someone, somebody just maybe started feeling like, you know what, when I eat, when you feed me or whatever, or when you buy this for me, I feel weird. Like you're doing something to me. You're doing something to me. For something, some sick psychopath that wants to be inside of that person. And they try to enter in through the womb, through toilet paper, the eyes, anywhere where there's mucous membrane, the hair, the scalp. If they can't get into the body, they want to sit on the body. Some of them want to dominate your clothing, your wardrobe. This is serious. And it's sick. It's sick. The collective is good, though. There's a Cancer Gemini that's obsessed with somebody's clothing, things that they wear. They're having a tower in the name of Jesus. Okay, because they keep trying to bring this love here. They keep this Cancer Gemini and this Scorpio Libra. They keep this water air in reverse. Okay, keeps trying to with the dick. Okay, they want to have sex here. That's another reason why because this could be a child, but it could also be an adult that somebody's meeting up with, and they want to get they want to do that because again, they could sit on this. They could sit on it and try to get in the person's body. This is sick. They're sick. They're sick. And the coven is here. Okay, that is helping this group do this. They need to be charged. They need to be charged. Because this is serious. A few days. Okay. Something about a truck is significant. Suede. Coffin. Somebody could be coughing, or a coffin spell could be significant. Somebody could be doing that. Again, This is crime. This is attempted murder. You are trying to use spirits to help take someone's life. Extra small. DC could be significant. OB. Six is here. Duffy, Buffy. Buff. Could be short for something. I see the word suicide here. Somebody could be self-harming or want to instead of just getting help. Now, this is not a light subject. I'm not making light of it, but a lot of these people need to just go get help. And harming yourself is not the answer. You're just going to end up in the same... It's like they just end up like that spirit that's possessing them. They don't... If you get help, you don't have to end up like that. Date of birth could be significant. Sever. The letter R could be missing. A cure. Somebody can need a cure. Jesus. Don is here. Donnie, Donna. Feud is here. Feud. Someone could be fighting. COD could be significant. COD. Kudos could be significant. Ned is here. A couple more words. Nutty. A bid. And I see this as like a J. Jesus could be significant. Son. Division could be significant. Divide. Divide us could be significant. And FCC. That's your reading.